The weird thing about filming solo, especially in public, is the fact that you're by yourself filming with a camera in your face. I mean, how much weird does it get? And a lot of people aren't really comfortable with simply just being alone, especially in public. And I get it. It's always going to be weird, especially in the beginning. But the more you do it and accept it, the better it gets. So before we get into the tips and tricks, let's think about this. Is it weird because people will be staring at you, or what they will think of you, or simply just being in a public place with a camera in your face? I mean, it is really weird actually. But in reality, when we think about it, right, you walk into a room and you're tripping about what other people will think, chances are they're thinking the same thing as you, tripping out about what you're thinking of them. You walk into a room and you're externally cool, but internally panicking. So yeah, being alone in public, especially filming, is weird, but ask yourself, why is it weird? Is it because it's scary or uncomfortable? Because in reality, these people don't really give a fuck. Like, have you tried to step out of that comfort zone at all? Like, how do you know what's on the other side if you haven't even tried? So yeah, it's always gonna be weird. You just have to accept it because people are gonna stare at you regardless. One, are you ever gonna see them again? Two, you could just be like, what's that? I just feel like I've really learned and developed the confidence too close to me to let anything like that affect me. You got this. Try it out, because you never know. All right, some general tips when you're filming by yourself. Whether it's your phone or camera that you're using, it's good to have a sturdy tripod. Of course, this will help you execute shots from all different types of angles and height. When you film yourself, try to get an external monitor. That way you don't have to go back and forth too much and you can kind of see your framing from a distance. This field rolled monitor is pretty good for the price. In my case though, I have a Sony a7S III, and with the newer Sony models, you can use this free Monitor Plus app. In my opinion and experience, it barely has any lag and I'm able to change my settings through here along with other features available for purchase at only $20. To be honest, it's pretty worth it for me. If you want good audio, I suggest getting a wireless lavalier that connects to your camera or your phone. For this specifically, I'm using a Rode Wireless Go that's hooked onto a lavalier and I'm mic'd up. Personally, the DJI wireless mic is just as good and super versatile because it could also plug into your phone and it lives in a charging case. Super convenient. All right, next, hands down, the most important tool that you have when you're filming by yourself is composition. I mean, you're kind of forced to focus on composition because it's not like you have that many opportunities to incorporate crazy camera movements. Because almost 99% of the time, it'll be your camera static on a tripod. But composition is a very powerful tool to develop on its own. You can use it to tell a story and evoke emotion for the viewers. There are a lot of shots that don't really have to be overcomplicated though, right? But for some situations, really consider to include creating a feeling for the audience to feel, whether it is a close-up, a wide shot, medium close-up, low angle tilted up, any of those. Play around with it and see what you discover. It can be as simple as setting your camera far away to establish your environment, or use it to draw the viewer's attention to a specific object or detail in the frame. Or try to tilt the camera to the side to give more of a surreal or unsettling feeling, or over-the-top angles and all that. But there's no concrete rules on what you film and how you set your compositions, because it's ultimately up to you on how you want your audience to feel, basically creating a story and all that. And I think the best way to do that is, when you're filming, have fun when you do it, especially if you're just starting out, because you might overwhelm yourself by trying to accomplish something you're still needing practice on. And that way, as you keep doing and practicing, you develop those skills to be better, and eventually you'll find yourself on a big set you dreamed of or doing what you love. So study other people's creative work, what they do, how they do it, invest in a course to learn more. But know that when you're starting out, and this is coming from experience, so trust me when I say this, it will be hard. You will have imposter syndrome. You will have those days where it won't feel worth doing anything. It won't feel fun, and that is okay. When those days come about, know and remind yourself that it is okay to feel that. When you accept it rather than dig yourself down that dark hole, it gets a little bit easier and fun as you keep going. So motivation will get you started, but the determination will keep you going. Like, how bad do you want this for yourself? So overall, try to understand and accept your limitations, especially when you're filming by yourself. Limitations have the ability to stop us in our tracks, and when you're filming alone, you're about as limited as you can be, right? You're the only one carrying the gear, setting it up, making sure it's in focus, the audio's okay. As they say though, our most valuable resource is time. So filming by yourself takes longer, so those time limitations become very apparent very quickly, because every time you run back and forth to your camera, you're ticking down that clock between using the light outside or getting tired that you end up not wanting to continue doing it. So be ready for that if you can, because with all of this, the most important part of this tip is to accept those limitations. Don't let them get you down, discouraged, or pull you away from your creative spark. Because as I was starting out, I didn't necessarily have these in mind, so I know how hard it could be at the very beginning. But I always tell people to create your own opportunities, whether you're going out to film yourself or if you have a friend who does music, do a music video for them. If you have someone in your life that you know who has a great story, produce a documentary on their inspiring life. There are so many opportunities out there that we can't just sit here and wait for them to fall on our laps when we could go out and create our own. All right, final tip to filming by yourself is one I still actually practice on every single day, and that's to remember to be creative and, more importantly, have fun. I'm gonna say that again. Remember to be creative and have fun. I find myself producing the best content when I'm having fun with it and naturally flowing rather than overthinking what I'm filming or how I'm gonna edit it, right? Because you're wearing all the different hats, different roles. It could be tempting to take the easy route and not be too experimental or creative with what you're doing. So go the extra mile to make sure that the audience can't really tell the difference between the fact that you filmed it all by yourself versus having someone or a whole crew help you. Overall, remember to have fun, get creative, get uncomfortable, get weird, experiment with your creativity and your environment, and practice when you can. Because the more you do, the better you will get. All right, y'all, for now, this is all the tips on how to film by yourself. I hope you took something away from this, and I'd love to hear more from you on your filmmaking or overall your journey. Let me know if there's anything you'd love to learn about, and I'll do my best to pass on the knowledge to you. Stay tuned by following all my social accounts linked in the description below, and make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all at the next video. Peace.